Hi, Nancy Burt-Preece here, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am casing, I've seen a couple different demonstrators do this, so I'm not really sure who did it first, but basically making triangles out of designer series paper and just adding some fun scallops. So I'm using the scallop blooms, the dies, and the stamp set, which has a lot of different sayings that you could use on it, which I like. And I'm using some of the Boutique Blooms designer series paper. So let me show you how we're going to make this. We need 2 whites, 4 by 5 1/4, and I already stamped on that one. I'm using basic black. I need I started putting glue on this, so I'm like, wait a minute. I need some triangles. I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut them. I have a basic white and a blue and some inside, and I realized I didn't get an outside. So let me make sure I have some outside to use. So let me show you how to do it first. First, I'm going to start with this white 4 by 5 1/4, and I learned it the hard way the first time, so don't do what I did. Do it the right way the first time. You'll be so much happier that you did. So I would recommend glue on this. So what I did is I started at the top and then I started going around. That is a bad idea because then they didn't match. So what I would recommend is doing the top and then the bottom. If you come to one of my classes, I'm going to suggest you do that, and I will have different color choices for you. So you can pick an inside and outside, all of that. Same thing now. And I didn't show you how to cut it, did I? I will after I put this in, these two on. And then I'll show you how I got this triangle. And there isn't really, let's see this one, I got to move over a little bit. That's why I like liquid glue, because it's a little more forgiving. In case you make a mistake, which is easy to do. See, I probably didn't, this is a little bit closer to that side, but I'm really okay with it. Let me show you how I cut the designer series paper. So I start with a 3 3/4 by 5 piece. I'm going to use my black blade and I'm going to put it in at a diagonal. Then I'm going to line it up on the other diagonal, kind of see if you can get it back together. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Close, but not 100%. Make sure those 2 points are in the track. And as close as you can get them, that's really helpful. And that's how you've got your parts and pieces. So I'll have some baggies, and if you're doing it at home, these two always face that way. These two always face that way. Remember, you can switch things. It's just a really fun technique and not hard. So I'm going to come back with this one. I'm using hydrangea hue. And like I say, I'm going to have all different, I'll have a few different backgrounds, and I'll have a few different DSPs, and, you know, you can just kind of go to town. Then I'm going to adhere this in the middle. I try to line up at least those scallops. May not be perfect, but close. Then I will go ahead and put a couple of dimensionals on the back. I will go ahead and I have my inside white, which I already stamped. A nice birthday sentiment. I have a 3/4 by 4 piece of designer series paper. Let's see if I can get it lined up on camera. Close. You can see as I look at that, it might be a hair crooked, but I'm going to let that go. And the last thing I'm going to do is add a couple, if you come to any of my classes, you know I just love these butterflies. I just think they're so pretty. And I like using different colors sometimes, like a golden glow and maybe a pretty peach one. And just what a fun birthday card. And it's not hard either. Just using designer series paper and cutting it at different angles. So I hope you give this a try. Have a great day.